Hello, my name is Nicola Habibulin, and today I'm going to show you how to get Pokemon and other Game Boy and Game Boy Color games onto your Ti-Nspire CX calculator. Now, before I start, I'd like to say that I only know that this works on the Ti-Nspire CX, and I am not sure if it works on the CAS or if it works on the Nspires that are not the CXs, the ones that aren't in color. So if they do not work, then do not blame me, because I'm not sure if it's supposed to or not. Now, let's start off first. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to open up your Ti-Nspire Soon software with your calculator attached to your computer with the cord that it came with. If you don't have a cord, this is going to eliminate the whole purpose of transferring it from your downloaded files onto your calculator. And what you're going to do is you're going to go to this tab right here, Content Explorer, double click on your Ti-Nspire CX calculator, whatever name it is. It'll process your request like this. For me, it's going to ask if I want to update my software. If it asks you to, just say close, because you're going to have to downgrade anyway. Now, so far, what I can tell with downgrading your operating system, it doesn't really do anything that much, other than that it's not as stable as the most updated version, and there might be a few features missing, but I haven't run into any problems with anything that I have on my computer already. Now, to start off, what you're going to do is you're going to have to downgrade your operating system to 3.1. So to do that, you're going to click the first link in the description, and it will bring you to a page like this called tiplanet.org. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to scroll down to the part right here where it says Télécharger, which I'm pretty sure is French for download. I can only make context clues, I'm not sure though. And what you're going to do is you're going to click that and you're going to download it. Once you're done, you'll receive a file like this that says Ti-Nspire CX 3.1.0.392.tco. That just means that it's a Ti-Nspire operating system software. And what you're going to do is you're going to move that onto your desktop. I have it right here. And then you're going to open up your Ti-Nspire Soon software, right-click on your Connected Handhelds tab after it's been opened so you can see all your documents, and you're going to click Install Handheld Lab Cradle Operating System. Now, from right here, you're going to navigate to wherever you place that operating system file. For me, it's on my desktop. For you, it's wherever you put it. And you'll see it right here. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to install your operating system. And it's going to ask you to do this. And since I already have it on there, it's going to say that I can't install the operating system. Now, what you're going to do is you're just going to wait for that to finish installing the operating system, and then you can move on to the next step. Now, for the next step, you're going to have to download the Endless v.31 beta R786 zip. That's going to be the next link in the description. So you're going to download that, and you'll receive the zip file, and you're going to open the zip file and you'll see this folder. Now, with this folder, in order to navigate to it in your calculator file, because you're going to have to navigate it, you're going to have to take this folder and drag it out onto your desktop. Okay, so the next step that you're going to do after you download your Endless version 3.1 folder is you're going to navigate to your My Documents folder, which is the first thing after you actually open your calculator tab down here. And you're going to create a new folder, and you're going to call it something like Endless. Since I already have it right here, for the sake of this lesson, I'm just going to call it Endless 2, I guess. And you're going to open that folder. It doesn't matter what the name is, it's just easier to navigate it. But you're going to open that folder, and then you're going to open your Endless folder that's on your desktop, go to Calc Bin, take this resources file, and drag it and drop it into this folder. You'll get a message on your calculator that says that it received the document. Now, if you look at your calculator, all you have to do is hit OK, which is what I just did, and then you are ready to move on to the next step. Now, for the next step, you're going to install the new modified operating system. I think I said that right, I don't know, that felt weird to say. You're going to install the new operating system onto your calculator. So what you're going to do is you're going to move back a folder, right click, and install another operating system. And you're gonna maneuver to the endless folder, go to calc bin, and you're going to install this. Now, I don't know, I'm not going to try to install it on mine because I don't know if it'll mess up anything that I already have. But when you're installing it, halfway through it'll just stop, like installing it. The progress won't go up anymore. If that happens to you where it just stops halfway through, just hit cancel and exit out of that window, and on your calculator it'll still say that it transferred over and that it installed successfully and everything. Even though that on your computer it says that it hasn't finished installing, it has. You'll have to take my word for it on that one. Now for this next step, you can close out of Endless, and you are going to download a new link. You are going to go to this website here, which is the third download link in the description, and you're going to click on the Télécharger button again, and you're going to download a file that looks like this. It's another zip file, so you're going to have to open the zip file and extract the contents onto your desktop. So that's what I'm doing right now. You can delete. Oh wait, did I just place it in here? I think I just placed it in here. Whoops. Do not place that in there because you will get it lost. But you can delete the zip folder after you extract it. You're going to open this back up again, and you're going to create another new folder. Now this folder is where you're going to put all your ROMs for your games, which is, a ROM is what reads the game and what plays it on a different emulator of some sort. If you can see here on mine, I named it Emulator, so for right here, I'm just going to name it Emulator 2. The name doesn't really, or Emulator, the name doesn't matter too much because it's not really suitable for anything other than navigation for you. And what you're going to do is you're going to drag and drop the GBC for Inspire.tns into this folder right here. Now to install the games, you're going to click the fourth link in the description, which will take you to this page right here. And what this page is a list of all the game ROMs that you can download for any game that you want that's on the Game Boy or the Game Boy Color. So let's just say, for instance, I want to download, oh, I don't know. Let's just say I wanted to download Battletoads, I guess. So you'd scroll up to the top here, you click on the first letter, and you'd scroll down and look for it. So we're going to download Battletoads, so you're going to click the download link here, and you're going to have to wait for this to go by, this little advertisement. I hate advertisements. Okay, so then you're going to download your file, and you're going to receive another zip file. So this zip file will have the game inside of here, and if you notice, it has a file extension that says .gb or .gbc. So what you're going to do is you're going to move that onto your desktop too, and you're going to right click on it, rename it, and change the file extension to .tns so that your calculator can read the file. And then you're going to take this file and drag it and drop it into your emulator folder. Now after this is pretty much it. You're all done. One more thing I forgot to mention though is that you'll have to go back into your endless folder, into the calc bin, and you're going to need to take this config file, this endless config file, and drag it into your emulator folder with this. What this does is it's to counteract an error that pops up saying that this document is not readable. That's all it really does. Some people get it, some people don't. It's just there to ensure that you don't get that message. Also, one thing to note is that you shouldn't install too many games on your calculator because it will not only eat up memory on your calculator, but it'll also slow down your calculator from working during documents and stuff. And since you're on a different operating system, some files that you may receive may not be compatible with what you have, but with this operating system you'll still be able to access the emulator stuff. Also, if you're trying to connect to a class for school or something, you can still send and receive files between different operating systems. But when you're in the emulator, it's I guess you could say it's run off of a different operating system altogether than what your calculator is. Like, it closes down your calculator and then brings up a new program to use. So if, say, your teacher is monitoring your calculator screen and you go into the emulator, it'll disconnect you from the class and you won't be necessarily in your calculator anymore. Also, another last thing is that when you go to run your game on your emulator, you're not going to click on the game file itself. You're going to click on the GBC emulator file, and it'll bring up a menu listing all the games that are in the directory that you can play and click on. And for, say, if you're going to play Pokemon, you're going to have to play around with the keys on your calculator because the controls are a bit different from what you might expect or what you're used to. Like, for instance, if you're playing Pokemon, A button is the library button, the B button is the divide button. The arrow keys also function as the directional movements, as well as 8, 5, 4, and 6. Start is the variable key, and select is the delete key. I don't know if these are constant throughout all of the games, but these are the ones that I've found that are useful for the Pokemon games. Now all you have to do is save what's on your calculator and take it off your computer, and you are good to go. Now, if you have any questions or comments, if something is not working on here, if you can't get something to work, feel free to send me a message or leave a comment down below. I am not entirely sure if I can figure out your issue because I'm not all that great at explaining or diagnosing these problems. I just learned how to do it from somewhere else. So, if you leave a comment or a question expecting help, I'm not entirely sure that I can fix it for you, but this is the entire gist of it. Thank you for watching. My name is Nikhil Habibulin. Peace out.